Folks, if you're looking for the OS map, it's Crawley and Horsham OL34. Crawley and Horsham OL34. Nice easy one in this episode. So what we're looking at are some of the small infill lanes kind of near Cranleigh, south of Cranleigh. One of them goes from Smithbrook Kilns, southwest, short one, dead easy. Another one is Lion Lane, unlikely named, in Cranleigh. That goes east-west. And then the last one is Lowerhouse Lane, kind of about half a mile. Horses, that's what you need to look out for. Very nice. Cranleigh's really nice. It used to have this thing about the biggest village in England. There's a few that claim that. Okay, I can think of one other up in Yorkshire. Upmarket, quite nice. It's going to change massively. And the reason, because there's a lot of building that's going on around there. Not least proposed for Dunsfold. Got a whole story about Dunsfold, but I'll probably tell you in the voiceover. Few celebs. One used to live round Cranleigh, was Ringo Starr. And then the other one is Eric Clapton. You might have ridden past his house on the way to get to one of these lanes. You can actually see how if you went Madgehole way, actually I'll do it with this hand, if you came out of the Madgehole lane, you could scoot south of Cranleigh and then do Pisley and then come back up and you're at Leith Hill, and then you could do Leith Hill and go back up. That would be a nice day out. It'd be an early start from London, but very, very doable. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much indeed. Enjoy this ride. Gav, why don't you do the flyover? So you're looking top left in this map. You've just come from probably Madgehole, which is kind of north of here, and you can scoot down. This is a main road where the Smithbrook Kilns is. It's on the east side, and you're just going to go down this. It's a really easy little path, and you come out kind of at the back of a farm. It looks as though in front of you there's a motocross track, but I think it's just a farm. If you follow that road down to the left, then you come to Dunsfold. Dunsfold used to be the final assembly plant for Harrier Jump Jets. That was a big British aerospace place back in, must have closed in the 1990s, something like that. Now everyone knows it's Top Gear. Anyway, follow the arrow. You go all the way across through Cranleigh. There's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can either do Oldfold Road or do Knowles Lane. For some reason, I did Knowles Lane and went east to west. Very simple little route. Over towards Ewhurst now is Lowerhouse Lane and Pisley Lane, Green Lane, Trap Lane. I did this south to north. Again, a really nice, just kind of a lone path. Really lovely little lane. You can tell that there must be a loads of horses. All that round there isn't agricultural. It's all horses, all equestrian. And then if you're going over to Pisley, then you can kind of come round south, follow the road round, Standen Lane. What's the name? There's Gatton Manor Hotel is there, and then you can do Green Lane and Pisley. And then what you do is head off up. So this is Smithbrook Kilns, kind of off the main road. It's on the west side. You can see the TRF stamp just on the post there, on the finger post there. I think I was switching my ABS off at this point. I must have been doing something. Watch the post just at the bottom there. Don't crack into that. Super easy. Yeah, so the Dunsfold story, this is dead easy to do. The Dunsfold story used to be a big, well, not big, it used to be the British aerospace assembly point for Harrier Jump Jets. So some of the airframe was built in Kingston, some of I think the wings came from Wharton in Preston, some of the other bits came from Hull way. I can't remember the name of the place in Hull. I want to say Rough, and then there was some other bits that came from down near Southampton. Anyway, it all turned up at Dunsfold and was bolted together, and they used to do final assembly. So if you've never heard a Harrier Jump Jet at full chat, then let me tell you, that makes some noise. And I went there 2 or 3 times back in the day on various activities, and then it all stopped. Okay, and then they closed down Harrier Jump Jets. You know, the last people to make them with the Americans with AV-8Bs. Long story short, you can still use the runway, but nowadays it's known better for Top Gear. There's a industrial estates there. I get my bikes MOT'd there. You can go and do training courses there. You can learn to drive there. But they're going to build on it. They are going to build on it at some point. It's only a matter of time before they build on it. That was it. I'm sorry for gassing on, but that was this little lane. I don't know what it's called. There wasn't a name on the map that I was looking at. You scoot through here. Carries on going. I mean, it was dead when I did it, and it just looks like a path that you'd walk your dog down. I don't know whether you can see that on the left hand side, but that's oilseed rape. That's flowering in early April. So when must that have been planted? Don't know. This is even easy for me. So, and then you come out and right in front of you there, that's Dunsfold in that little flat bit there in front of you. That field in front there, though, looks as though it's just like a farmer's field that's been turned into like a, I don't know, 4x4 thing, motocross thing, don't know whatever. Okay, so then Lion Lane, I ended up doing it east to west, right, which was not the sensible way to do it. If you were doing this in a big loop, you'd come the other way. So this is down Knoll Road. They're building a house just there behind that fence, and again straight through here, flat, easy. Didn't see any sign of any horses or anything like that. Not saying that there's not any there. Opens up a little bit. Farms on either side. Not farms, but arable crops on either side. And you come to like a little farm access road, and you scoot across that, and then you come out on the other end. Pleasant would be the way that I would describe this. Just really pleasant. This is this farm access road, and then it scoots off into the other bit. I can remember doing this in the height of summer last year, and it was just gorgeous. Then the only thing that you've got to think about is ingesting flies as your visor's open because you're roasting. I mean, there's no difference between this and Wolvens, really. Wolvens is wider, but it's exactly the same as that. I can't remember how this one finishes. I think it like comes up to like some guy's house down the side of a fence or something like that. Very simple, this, isn't it? Yeah, this is what I thought. It's like a fence and then comes out onto a road. Yeah. I think you've only got to watch out for, runners and people walking the dog and stuff like that. And then the last one is Lowerhouse. So this is east of Cranleigh, more towards Ewhurst way. Quite rural, different type of rural though. So in all of these fields on either side of it, it's all equestrian. Really nice. This is again flat. It's wider. You can see that there's a lot of horses kind of go along here. And although I didn't, meet any riders, you could just tell that there was lots of that going on here. This is quite long as well. 2/3, 3/4 of a mile. Super pleasant, nice and loamy. The geology here in this part of Surrey, bordering on Sussex, it's all clay. Although on this bit, all that you're seeing at the top is all just the loam, I would have thought. but underlying it's clay. See it when you get to Pisley. Really pretty. Some stunning houses around here, you know, nice country cottages. And the loop that you do is you do all the lanes that we did in like parts 1 to whatever, Madge Hole on the west, and then you drop down and you would do that Smithbrook Kilns, you do Lions Lane from west to east, come round and do this one, and then you do Pisley, Leith Hill, and scoot all the way back up. You would be, you know, that'd be a long old day, but easily doable. So you could do everything that I've shown you so far in a day. Really nice lane, perfect conditions, wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, wasn't wet, you know, my nemesis. No clay. I think that's it. Yeah, so I think that's it for this one. It's a nice and short one. The last one was 20 minutes long and super boring, and this one is 10 minutes long, less going on, but I hope that you found it interesting. Next one, probably a little bit more action going on. Who knows? Thanks very much, everyone, and stay safe, and we'll talk on the next one. Take care. Bye.